Russell, forgettable afternoon.
Yeah, pretty much the same as every away game we've had so far this season.
It was two teams that probably neither side deserved to win it or to score, but once they took the lead, you're disappointed that team didn't really seem to sort of raise it or create any momentum.
It made it difficult. We gave them something to hang on to, but let's get it right. The last 20 minutes they just booted the ball back every time. They kicked it as far away as they could. So it's really difficult to then keep momentum. I'm fed up with coming here. It's probably the shortest interview I'll ever do. I'm fed up with coming out here and saying we limit a team to 2 shots away from home on target and they win 1-0. I don't really listen. I think we have to accept there's some away games where we're not going to be really fluid and creative, but we gave them absolutely nothing. The minimum we should come away with is 0-0. It's as simple as that. We had complete, although you say it didn't really get started in 0-0, we had control of the game without creating anything. As I said, they tried to catch us on the counter attack with the 2 wide guys in behind. It didn't happen once, and they score a goal. So yeah.
Can you pick out a mistake then for their goal?
I pick out loads.
For their goal?
Yeah, we don't mark in the box. Something we work on religiously and we don't do it. I'm sorry, I'm being short with you, Bess. That's how I feel. Yeah, that's the bottom line. It's fact.
The change that raised our eyebrows pre-match was bringing in Andrew Fisher in goal for his debut.
He was brilliant. Fantastic.
In terms of up front and going forward, you obviously made changes. 4 strikers this afternoon, and no one had a shot on target of note. Is that personnel? Is it them not performing, or is it the system? No.
I think the credit to Blackpool. They've done well. We weren't as fluid as we have been or should be. But we also, I think, if you get later on in the game with how hard they've had to work just to stop us, really, then last 15 minutes becomes really open, and I think that's when you probably see us create a few more chances. And they were dead on their feet before they scored, no doubt about it. You look to the centre halves, they were, every time the ball went out of play, they're breathing, they're bending over, trying to get their breath back in, and we let them off with a goal, which is the story of our season so far, really.
Seemed like both teams were struggling slightly with the passing football and the conditions, the weather, it's slipping off the surface. Neither team really got into their stride.
I don't think we struggled with it. I think we made a huge amount of passes. I think what we struggled with was being tidy when we actually got there. I think we, as I said, we had control of the game. They had to work seriously hard to stop us, and they did it well. And it was when we got in the final third we didn't stay in there for long enough. We were too loose, and we allowed them to kick the ball back into our territory, and we had to start again. We weren't, as I said, we weren't as fluid, but away from home sometimes you have to expect that. And as I said, the minimum we should come away was 0-0.
You're obviously going to look at making changes for Tuesday anyway. The games are coming thick and fast, but I'd imagine there aren't many players in this team that will have stood out today as first names on the team sheet come Tuesday.
I thought there were some good performances. I thought Scott Fraser was good, Andrew Fisher was excellent. I think we're trying to find the form at the minute. I think if anyone comes out of the team, there's logic and there's reason behind it. It's not emotional. It's driven by what we see, by the evidence. And how we feel, and we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure it'll be changed. I think David's suspended, so that's an enforced change, and then we'll have to see. And we've got a few people still struggling with knocks and stuff, so we'll have to see what happens Tuesday. We've got a big week now, 2 home games that we need to go and win.
Andrew Fisher, as you said, came in and did well. Can he expect to be starting on Tuesday?
Yeah, I'd expect so. Yeah, I think when you come in and play really well in your first, there was a reason we signed him. He's an excellent goalie. And he showed today what he's going to be and what he's going to bring for his first game. I thought he showed no nerves. I thought he was really relaxed. I thought he was really confident, and I thought he was excellent.
The thinking behind dropping the nipples. I mean, it's not something you often do, is it? Drop goalkeepers, but was it a case of that Fisher stood out?
Yeah, I think Andrew's come in looking really sharp, really strong. I had a chat with Lee a couple of weeks ago, let him know how I thought about some of his performances. And listen, I said all the way along, Lee is fantastic. He takes so much responsibility in possession for us, but I do feel there's a few things he could have done better. He knows that, he's aware of that, and he's really honest with himself as well. And it's been a really tough call. So I feel a lot of loyalty towards Lee and how he's done for us, because he's been brilliant since he came in as a character on the pitch. Of course it's a tough call, and it's difficult, but I felt it was right for the team. And as I said, Andrew's not put a foot wrong today, and we've got real competition with Laurie Walker in there as well. So people need to realise until we start picking up results, that unfortunately no one's safe. That's how it is.
What's it going to take to get a win away from home?
Good question. We'll have to. I don't know. I can't tell you that because we haven't got one. So we'll have to go away and look at it. There was nothing wrong with the performance, as I said. We didn't create enough, or really weren't as fluid as we should be. But you come away from home to a team who likes to dominate possession most weeks. They didn't do that for sure. They had 2 shots on target. One of them is straight at Fish, and he catches it. And the other one is a goal. So I don't really know how much more we can do. We can certainly work at the top end of the pitch. We've worked so hard in our box and defending our box and doing certain things, and it wasn't carried out. And so of course, listen, you can pick faults in any performance, but there's real key moments and key factors that are costing us still.